It was my ex. When we broke up, it was dramatic. He left on a bus to the other side of the country and sent a lengthy message from the bus, ending with, "This is not goodbye." I replied, "Yes, it is. Goodbye." 2 years later, I met my now husband. My ex must have moved back around that time. Suddenly, I started seeing him everywhere. He followed us around Walmart for 45 minutes until I stationed myself near a security guard. As he tried to wait for me to move away from the guard, I slipped out unnoticed. Soon after, I saw him wandering near my mother's house, but by then, I had moved in with my husband. One day, I saw him outside my workplace. He was clearly trying to summon the courage to come in, but he was also visibly high. Coincidentally, some regular police officers came in for their coffee, and he left as soon as they arrived. Then, he somehow figured out the general area where I was living. I saw him wandering around a few times. When I spotted him, I didn't go home. Instead, I sat in a public place for a few hours until I felt it was safe to leave. When I changed jobs, I saw him outside my new workplace about 3 times. The area was near a major transportation hub, so I tried to ignore it. But when he started pacing, tweaking, and chain smoking, I knew I had to act. I waited for a family friend who was domineering and would go to bat for me. I explained who my ex was and what he was doing. My friend went outside and confronted my ex. Whatever he said must have scared him because he left quickly. My family friend, who was a bus driver, took a picture of my ex and shared it with other drivers along my regular route. For a while, whenever my ex tried to get on my bus, the driver would either drive past him or open the wrong door, preventing him from boarding. We eventually moved again, and I quit my job because I'd been bouncing around the same chain and was easy to find. Since then, I've only seen him once, and he didn't see me. I think it was unrelated because he actually bought something. I just sat in the camera room and watched until he left. It's been an additional 5 years now, so I assume he has sorted himself out. Every time I saw him, I felt a sense of doom. He was kind when we dated, never abusive, but he was anti-drugs and anti-smoking. So seeing him high and erratic set off alarm bells. I knew he wasn't well when he returned. I don't know what would have happened if he had gotten close to me. Maybe nothing, but every bone in my body screamed danger. So I trusted my gut and took steps to maintain distance, and I was okay. The police wouldn't have done anything. No threats were made, and we were always in public. But overall, it turned out okay. In hindsight, trusting my instincts was crucial. Despite his kind nature during our relationship, something had clearly changed. The sight of him high and acting erratically was enough to convince me that he was no longer the person I once knew. It was unsettling to see someone I had once been close to in such a different and alarming state. I also came to appreciate the support system I had. My family friend, the bus drivers, and even the regular police officers who showed up at the right time all played a part in helping me feel safe. It's a reminder that sometimes it's okay to rely on others and seek help when you need it. Since then, my life has moved on in positive ways. I've built a life with my husband, found new employment, and created a sense of security that I didn't have during those unsettling times. While the memories of those encounters with my ex still linger, they no longer hold the same power over me. I've taken steps to protect myself, and that has made all the difference.